Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. This is AM3 Preseason for Season 11 here at Contest of Speed. Normally we are under our Twitch stream. However, I am using my personal YouTube account for this. This is Deathstorm. I am joined this evening by one of my two AM3 commentators currently in the booth, and he's also my teammate in AM2 Preseason coming tomorrow and for the upcoming season, E. Warren.
Why, hello everybody. We are back.
We are back indeed. It's a little bit of a smaller field than I would like for AM3 preseason testing. We do have 12 out of the 17 seats here tonight filled. I'll go through them little by little as the qualifying session goes on. The format for tonight, as well as AM2 on Tuesday and AM1 on Wednesday, will be a short quali session followed by a 25% race here at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Then we will take the results from the Red Bull Ring and go to Barcelona, Catalonia, reverse the grid, and we'll have another 25% race at Spain. One very fan favorite track, another one not so much. Safe to say you agree with that?
The hairpin, and that's Spain. I like the original hairpin. I don't like the rules we've been left that they have now.
I mean, we don't. I don't know if we have to deal with Spain on the calendar this season, do we?
I don't think so. I think they have tried their very best to avoid having it as an actual race and just keep it as our preseason.
Well, if you don't mind going through and trying to find the schedule, I'll start going through the teammates here. I am sitting on board with Jay right now. He is back in the Red Bull. His former teammate, Tin Man the Rowdy, last season's AM3 champion, is getting promoted to AM2. He will be with us tomorrow night. He is alongside Red Mask, who, in my opinion, and I'm sorry, I'm going to let the cat kind of out of the bag early. Red Mask is actually my preseason favorite to win the AM3 title this season.
Really?
Yes, and not to discredit guys like Jay Walker and BK, for example, but some of the stuff that I've seen from Red Mask, and you've seen him personally yourself, I just don't see that he isn't a contender for AM3 champion. Originally, with Gru in the McLaren, we had Case in Your Face. Unfortunately, Case had to bow out last minute due to conflicts. So right now, Gru is currently by himself. He is looking for a teammate. Like I said, I have 3 seats open, so if anybody has anybody that's interested in joining the AM3 grid, as Captain America goes with a 106.7, BK quickly tops that with a 105.5 for provisional pole. I'm your boy. Come see me. I'm on Discord. Get me up on PlayStation, Deathstorm 6690, yada yada yada. So yeah, he's in the McLaren. The Haas boys, speaking of the aforementioned BK, he's back in familiar machinery. If you remember in Season 9, he and his teammate, Sean Boy, were both in the Haas there. BK did show some pace, as well as Sean Boy, so as far as constructors are concerned, I may have said Red Mask is my favorite driver for Drivers AM3 Championship. This might be my constructor's pick.
It's going to be, regardless of who wins it, it's going to be close. Some of this, the AM side seems to be very close in general.
Yeah, I mean, the admins in the AM side do a very good job keeping a very well close together grid, as you would see tomorrow night in AM2, with the exception of the top 3 last season. That's a little shade to our third man in the commentary booth for AM3, Cam Tizzle. With his teammate Electric and Cars Ben, the field from 4 down to, I don't know, what was it, 17, 18? Was just under a blanket. But anyway, continuing on. In the Alfa Romeo, I'm highlighting currently Black Hammer. He is being partnered by Gale this season. Unfortunately, Gale's not here with us this evening, so hopefully he'll be here with us next week. Both Alpine boys are Kaka and Karsten Chong. Karsten Chong, you may know as Porridge Power. He was the Season 9 AM3 champion, so they are back in the Alpines. In the Ferrari, we did have Spectre UKR, who, most notably of last season, did have an AM2 victory stripped away from him at Monza. He was going to be partnered by Kano J. Loft. Kano's not here. Spectre had to bow out last minute as well due to work-related issues. So there is a Ferrari seat open for Kano, for a teammate for Kano. In the Williams, see if I could highlight one of these guys on track. I believe both. Severe Scott is actually in the wrong car. I just realized that now. Ike Junior Gaming and Severe Scott are supposed to be in the Williams together. They are teammates. Severe Scott apparently, I don't think I reminded him. I don't think I reminded him he's supposed to be in Williams. He's currently in the Aston Martin tonight, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. It's only preseason. We're working out the kinks. They're newcomers to the AM3 side of the grid, so I'm expecting a little bit out of them. I know Severe Scott has a somewhat decent midfield pace. Ike Jr., I'm gonna hype up a little bit. I think he's gonna. I think he has the potential to get out of the midfield and be closer to the top running guys if everything goes his way. So I'm looking forward to that. In the Mercs this season, we have Jay Walker, who is the highest returning AM3 runner from last season. He was the 3rd place finisher behind Tin Man and Easy Rider, who, again, you will see tomorrow night. He's being paired up by Lightning McFrown, who is not here with us this evening, so hopefully he'll be here next week when we start the season in Bahrain. That much I do remember on the schedule. It is Bahrain as the season opener. In the Aston Martin, like I said, we have Captain America. His normal teammate will be Motown Motor City. Captain America, Warren, you and I ran with him on Friday nights for a little while. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, he'll probably be firmly in the midfield himself. That's where I'm anticipating.
Where everybody is, because it's been a while since I've seen some of these people drive. Like, honestly, personally, I think BK's gonna. I see BK as my champion for AM3. But like, yes, Severe, Captain America. I honestly thought Arkaka had a little bit more than last season. They just didn't show. Because Porridgefire and Arkaka, Karsten, had a whole lot of pace. The 2 or 3 times I did see them before the season started, and they sort of fall off. So I'd like to see them get back to the front where I feel like they should be.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I know they got the pace. The major reason why I'm picking Red Mask above all of them is consistency. BK has trouble finishing races, so sorry, BK. I know you helped a brother out, and I appreciate it, and I'll be looking to you all season. But you got to clean up some of your finishes there, brother. And but anyway, to round out the AM3 field this season, Raptors. He is in the AlphaTauri. His teammate seat was vacant from the beginning because I originally did have the 19. So I was looking for only one seat. Again, I am looking for three now. One in the AlphaTauri, one in the Ferrari, one in the McLaren. So again, if you guys are interested in joining any contest of speed action here on Monday nights in AM3, hit your boy up. I'll be able to hook you guys up and get you in with the seat as long as you guys are fully capable to run the schedule. It is an 18 race schedule if I am not mistaken. Is that correct?
Oh, I just had it pulled up and then you started talking about it and I took it out. It is... Yes, it is an 18 race schedule. It runs from the 23rd through June 5th, which should be the end of the game cycle before we flip over to the next game.
While you have that schedule up, why don't you go through it for some of the guys that are just new here or just in general? Because I honestly don't remember the schedule.
So for the second season of COS on the 22 game, right? 22? Yeah, 22.
Yes, sir.
We have start off opening, as always, Bahrain. It's a great track to start. And then we hit a short stint in the Americas between Canada and COTA. And then it just gets all crazy. We jump to Azerbaijan after that at Baku. We jump to Portugal after that and round out the first leg of races back in Mexico on the 27th before our week break, which I will be in Florida that week. I'm pumped for that.
Oh,
Florida for that for baseball. It's
perfect timing.
Ridiculous bus ride there, but yeah. And then we come back for our second group of races. We got Le Castellet in France, followed by Belgium, and then we jump to the Pacific for a race around Suzuka, and then hit a final European leg in that group between Silverstone, Zandvoort, Monza, before another week break. And then for the final third leg, if you want to call it, we hit maybe my favorite leg of the calendar. Got Hungary, which I am notoriously good at when wet. The second time we'll see a newly paved Abu Dhabi. And then we'll come back to Europe for the second Italian track at Imola, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
You were just waiting for that, weren't you?
Oh, I was waiting for that. Then
Pardon me.
my other favorite track is Singapore. Jump to Singapore. That's 2 days after my birthday. Well, would be May 23rd for us on AM2, but AM3 would be May 22nd. And then round out with China and Brazil to end the season, and COS on the 2022 game.
So we started Bahrain, we end in Brazil. Honestly,
Can't have it any better than that.
and if anybody has any questions on whether Brazil should be a finale track, who asked you in your wrong opinion? That's all I'm gonna say.
Better than Abu Dhabi, we'll just say that.
I have 3 words for you. Is that Glock?
It's like a lock.
While you were doing that, thank you for going through with that. BK did lower his time down from, I forget what it was. I think it was a 105.6.
It was a mid 105.5, I believe.
Okay, and then now it's now down to a 105.2. He's 7/10 clear of Jaywalker, as we got 4 minutes and change left of the session here.
Arcaka's gonna get some traffic.
And you guys have to excuse me. I am still coming off symptoms of having a cold, For those who also don't know, on Thursdays, the American side is running a Assetto Corsa, a competition who yours truly is the solo commentator for. So you get to hear my lovely voice.
If I didn't have
a death wish?
The inability to drive. If I didn't want to drive, even though I'm absolutely atrocious at that game, I'd join you, but I'm gonna get all my money's worth.
I mean, you paid for it, and you might as well enjoy it. Yeah. I, on the other hand, paid for it, and I'm up here in the booth. And if I'm out on the track on that game, I'm in the beach. So yeah, better than you than me. I will take the safety confines of a nicely air-conditioned booth. Thank you very much.
Man, I got a nicely air-conditioned bedroom. That evens it out any.
Listen here, you broke college kid. Go hit your ball with a stick in Florida or wherever you're going. Stick balls. Make sure you dodge tornadoes on the way there and dodge hurricanes on the way back.
Actually, I'm a pitcher. I throw the ball.
Oh, that's right. The daily ribbings between Deathstorm and E-Warren, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to say about that. I will say this. The helicopter cam that I'm on with Jay Walker it's undoubtedly the best view they have on this game, and I use it to full effect in ACC competition, and I love it.
I jumped into the ACC booth for the Spain race, and man, if we had the cameras like that and F1, it would be interesting.
He must have binned it coming out of the pits, and that was it. Because I see him pulling off to the side, literally at the pit exit. So I'm wondering if he spun it and tried backing up. You never want to back up, Captain America. Otherwise, that will happen. I didn't even see how much time was left on the board there. BK is still a half a second clear of Jay Walker. Whit Jay also has a 105.90. Sean Boy sitting in fourth with a 105.96.
Industrial.
Hey, there's our third guy in the booth, Mr. Cam Tizzle.
What I was going to say is I'm considering switching over to the comms account since I got that. And then maybe after this race we could try to get it set up for that.
Don't worry about it. I'm just using my YouTube. We don't need to stream it. I'm just going to post it onto the channel.
That sounds good.
So we'll fix that for next week. Not a big deal.
Gotcha.
Hopefully we'll have that troubleshooting fixed for Thursday. That'll be glorious.
Part of me just wanted to use that as an excuse to be cameraman.
I know what you wanted to do.
Man, you can still stream. It's not like it's...
It was fun. It was fun. The one AM1 race that me and Case did at the very end of the season, the Brazil race. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I
sent you an email.
But anyway, you if you're not in the lobby at Cam, you should. Okay, cool. Qualifying has actually just ended a couple of seconds ago. BK is out on track. He is still on provisional pole with a 105.29. Let's see through the sector 2 here what his split's going to be as he's got traffic. Oh, and the traffic does alleviate. He is 22 thousandths of a second ahead of his fastest time. So, going through the last two corners of 9 and 10, very easy to invalidate these two corners. And speaking of which, he just did that.
Commentator's curse, first one of the season.
Oh, already strikes. And he definitely had to have backed off a 105.4. So his time is set at a 102.97, or a 105.297 rather. Whitjay goes P2 out of nowhere with a 105.661. Jaywalker's in third with a 105.7. Sean Boy's fourth with a 105.9. Gru sitting in fifth with 106 flat 05. Black Hammer sixth with 106.068. My apologies.
There's definitely no bias on that Red Bull second glory. No bias there at all.
Ike Jr. with a 106.3 in seventh. Severe Scott with a 106.7 in eighth. In ninth is Raptors, 106.9. Arkaka's in 10th with a 107.7. Carson's 11th. He did not set a time. And rounding out the field for our first leg of the double this evening is Captain America. He unfortunately DQ'd himself by, I would assume, going the wrong way. We would normally go with podium predictions, but I'm not too worried about that for a preseason race. Cam, I'm more concerned about who do you think is going to be AM3 champion as far as drivers and constructors are concerned. I did give you the rosters, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd say, I think Black Hammer is going to be my favorite for the season.
That's not bipartisan at all or anything.
I mean, he's pretty quick. He's just he's got to keep it together.
Who do you think for constructors then?
I would need to look at the roster again, but let me get. I'm trying to get in so I could at least kind of get an idea who's who.
All right, hold on. While we're doing it.
I'm getting.
Oh yeah, I see.
Let me look at this list here. Let's see what we got here.
You're missing 3 seats now. You're missing a McLaren. You're missing a Ferrari, and we're missing the AlphaTauri.
Who's Jaywalker's teammate?
Lightning McCrown.
Okay, so probably either Mercedes, Haas. Probably be a good pick for two that could be battling near the top.
Yeah, I'm on board with the Haas, but I went with Red Mask as driver's champ, and I'm going with Haas as the constructors. No disrespect to Red Bull. Red Bull. Yeah, him and Witch are in the Red Bull. All right, gentlemen, remember, formation lap is on.
Would have been here a tad sooner, but I had to clip something for an incident report.
Hey, you're fine. No worries. But
Some little impeders.
Who's not here tonight is Black Hammer's teammate, Gale.
Gale got Gale.
In the Alfa Romeo. Lightning McCrown in the Mercedes. Captain America, Severe Scott's not supposed to be in the Aston Martin. He's supposed to be in Williams and with Ike Jr. Captain America is partnered by Motown. And then everybody else is kind of, you see, as it is. So, yeah, I could see why you would go with Mercedes and Haas for your driver for your constructors. As we get going here in AM3 competition for the first time this season.
Warren, drop the link in that AM community chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably drop the link to my YouTube into the chat as well. That way, if ever, everybody that's here can watch it.
Oh no, Destrom, I'm glad you like the logo I made for you.
Oh, that was great. I'm like, okay, I'm taking that one. And then when I saw the second one, I'm like, yep, yep.
Yeah, so I needed to make it at least a little bit better so you can at least somewhat read the lettering when you put it in the Discord image. And then I changed the font up a little bit.
I need to go in and find one so I cannot stay as a Charles Lake the entire time.
All right, gentlemen, why don't you take us off for the first time here this season, season 11.
Lights out and away we go at the Australian Grand Prix for preseason AM3.
Did you just say Australian?
I think I said Australia. Yeah, I probably did. I probably did. I always mix this. I always mix those two nations up.
BK is off to a blistering start. Holy crapola. I didn't even think to put this up. This is a rookie mistake on my part. The tire strat is a little mixed up. 1 through 4, BK, Jaywalker, Whitjay, and Seanboy are all on mediums. Scott and Raptors, 5th and 6th are on the softs. Guru is on the mediums in 7th. Ike Jr. is on the softs in 8th. Captain America and Carson Chung are on mediums in 9th and 10th. Our Kaka is on the softs, and Black Hammer, well, he's fighting in the back with our Kaka.
Yeah,
he took the hards.
Down 5 spots.
He definitely, I think he's got damage. There was contact in turn 1, and no, it's not him.
Raptors is up 4 spots in the softs.
He's making those things go right out of the gate. Severe Scott, I'm going to stay on board with him. He might be our damage culprit. So let's stay on board with him. The good thing about the 25% lap races is that the tires should last no problem all the way to the end, as we're getting a wing change from him. So yes, that was our culprit in the damage for turn 1. As Carson Chung going out of turn 1 in the pit lane here, almost did the exact same thing as Captain America did to get DQ'd from the session before, and oh my gosh. Carson Chung, his tires have to be gone at this point. He just can't keep it on the track.
It's a weird choice for Hammer to be on the hards. I would, for a 25% race, I always consider the best strat to just be soft medium. Because the mediums can make it to the end, and you definitely want to stay on the softs just at the start, just in case there's a safety car. That way you could pit lap 1 and lap 2, lap 3, whenever
call it a day.
Car comes at the beginning. Yeah,
right.
You don't have to pit for the rest of the race, and you have advantage over everybody.
Right. As we say that, Captain America spun it going out of turn 7, it looked like, as Whitjay sets the fastest lap, and DRS is enabled here at the Red Bull Ring. Whitjay is on Jaywalker here. I don't know if he's going to set the move going into 3. He may set it up going into 4. Honestly, if I'm going to overtake anywhere here, I would rather overtake going into turn 4. You don't have anything going down. You don't have any other DRS straight up until the main straight. So, and he's just going to sit behind him, not trying to force anything, trying to feel out the process here. Nothing wrong with that. As it sits now, 2.5, almost 3 laps in, BK is 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds ahead. As Carson Chung goes speeding into the pit lane. Holy crap. BK's actually, that gap is closing a little bit. See what Jaywalker's got going into lap 4 here, as Jaywalker sits in 2nd. Sets as fast as lap 107.8. With Jay's P3. Seanboy, BK's teammate, is in P4. Raptors P5. Gru P6. Ike P7, Black Hammer P8, Arkaka P9, Captain America P10, Scott P11, and Chong rounding out the field.
Arkaka going a little wide, turn 1. Did it give Captain America a good chance to take a pass on this straightaway here?
Not even a hesitation. He takes the invitation, licks the stemp, and sends it even before the hairpin, as Black Hammer goes wide. Wow, as Black Hammer goes completely wide. He's waiting for all of these soft compound runners to their tires to just die. The mediums aren't going to die as quickly. I think he might be thinking the tire dag is higher than it truly is for a 25% race.
Gru's on the back of Raptors, coming into the final cup corners.
Oh, I see that. Yep, I'm on board with Gru right now, going through turn 10, as Carson Chung gets another time penalty, this time for track limits, it would appear to be. Gru is just going to sit behind Raptors here. I don't know if he's going to try to make the move going into turn 4 or turn 3 or turn 4 here. Looks like he's going to sit back. Yeah, he's going to sit back. He's going to try to make the move going down the downhill right-hander. With how close he is, he might actually make it on the outside going. Yep, outside before the turn. Raptors
Ooh,
fights back. He spins him out. Oh my goodness. Makes contact with him.
I
That
think that's a
didn't
racing incident
look
for
pretty.
sure. At least from what it looked like to me.
That definitely looked like, I mean, yeah, Raptors had the inside part, but Gru definitely had the outside. He had definitely the better line, better exit.
I think Gru just got his right front hooked on Raptor's left rear potentially.
And Raptors makes it all for naught with a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. So he's still going to be down and around 6th place after everything is said and done, barring a safety car. Woodjay's all over the back of Jaywalker, and Jaywalker's not going away from BK. I mean, he's been floating around 1 second, 1.5. As Woodjay now finally decides to make the move going in the 4. CB doesn't outbreak himself. He does not. He keeps it on the track, but Jaywalker gets a better exit. Woodjay just has the better track position, and Jaywalker is still fighting this on the inside of the Sector 2 here at the end here. Oh my goodness. And Woodjay finally gets the move done. He is now officially clear. He is in second, but they've lost a second to BK. And let's see what Woodjay can do in that Red Bull. The same Red Bull that was Season 10 overall Constructors Champs here in COS. And wow, as Jaywalker fights it, forces Woodjay out wide. I think they may have made contact. I had a bad camera angle, unfortunately, for that.
Woodjay here will have the DRS. Maybe, I don't think I'll have a run here.
Yeah, he's a little too far back. I think.
I don't know. Maybe it's getting kind of close to.
I think he actually sat back because he pushed out wide and he kept the position. So I think he might have given him back the position out of common courtesy. That's what it appears to me. But what do I know? I'm just a lonely commentator in the booth. We got yellow sector 2 here. It's Carson Chung again. This time out of turn 4. He's just had a rough go of it right now. Luckily for him, it is preseason, and as it sits right now, he will be sitting on pole for Spain. So I mean, silver linings for the Alpine.
Which is going to have a definite chance to pass here.
Yeah, he definitely is, no question here.
Jaywalker must be using a lot of battery right here because he was not gaining that much distance on him right here.
No, they're fighting like the redheaded stepchildren fighting over the last chicken bone at the Last Supper over here.
You love sundown, don't you?
What was that?
You love that line.
What's really weird, at least for me, spectating, Jaywalker, he had like 9% battery, but yet his light was not blinking when I was looking at Woodjay's POV. So,
excuse me.
But Woodjay does have a ERS advantage over Jaywalker by about 15%.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we got 3 cars around going around turn 4. The first 2 were Arcaca and Raptors. Raptors doesn't have a wing, so I don't know what happened there. They definitely probably had contact with each other. And then in turn, Arcaca, it was actually Carson Chung and Raptors, my apologies. And then in turn, Arcaca kind of spun it going out of turn 3. Might have got a little too much of the curb on exit. Didn't hit either one of the first 2 drivers, so at least there's that. But all 3 of them guys literally spun out within seconds of each other, which was very, very weird, very weird timing.
Woodjay, Jaywalker side by side, turn 4. His battle's going to continue on possibly into the next turn. Maybe not. Jaywalker thinks better to do so.
No, Jaywalker's just going to sit back. I mean, he's got pace. We all know that. He's, as I said in our quali session, he is the top returning AM3 driver. as Carson Chong retires in the pits. Just don't leave the session, please, because you will end up being on pole for Spain. So just hang tight. Unfortunately, this wasn't your race, but you could probably figure it out for Spain. As Jay Walker forces his way past, it looked like he and Witche banged wheels a little bit. He does take P2. With all this fighting with BK is just BK is just going out to lunch, it seems.
Oh yeah, he's just doing his own thing. That's for sure.
The lead is now gonna eclipse 5 seconds. Yeah, you can take a Sunday stroll through the park, talk to chauffeur Bitterman, tell him once more around the park. You know.
Not too sure how if Gru's going to be able to get Captain America. He's been on the back of him for quite a while.
These two are going to be at it again. This is going to be interesting. Jay Walker and Witche still fighting. But Jay Walker is the first one to blink out of the top 3 runners. Don't forget here, you have to commit into the pits before turn 9. As Jay Walker goes onto the hards. Why would you go onto the hards after going no, like, that's just bad strategy on your part there, my friend. I'm sorry, but if you start on the mediums, I'd be going straight to the softs after 11 laps for sure.
If I'm him, I'm blaming Mark.
Blame Mark.
Bring Jeff back.
Hashtag bring Jeff back. Hashtag fire my engineer.
He's off-brand Jeff. That's what it is.
He's got Matteo Binotto.
the Ferrari strategists are on Jay Walker's team right now.
Toto's throwing his headset, yelling at George.
No, Mikey, no.
That's not right, Mikey.
Gru's lost DRS on. Oh, he's gonna pit this lap. He's getting off his
Yeah,
tires.
he's coming.
I wonder how many other guys might get a Mark strat.
Let's see if Gru is victim number 2 to the Mark strat. I'm on board.
Going up there with Jay.
I'm staying on board with Gru here through the pit cycle just to see. And no, he does put on soft, so he was paying attention to Mark's not so intelligent strategy.
Black Hammer goes on to the mediums instead of softs. Well, he's just cruising. What's he doing?
Woodjay
BK
and
back.
Sean Boy. Woodjay and Sean Boy, man. This is gonna be between Haas and Red Bull. This is gonna be the fight this season. Not only
see
for
Black Hammer retire in the pits here. He's just gonna kind of go in half throttled around this lap.
yeah, maybe or. Yep, there you go. Good call. Good shout out. Again, don't leave the lobby, gentlemen. Please. You still got another 25%er to go. So Cam, for AM1, because you got promoted to AM1. Who's your teammate? It is Electric, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna be in the Alpine again.
Okay, so that's AM1 Wednesday night. You see Cam alongside with our AM2 commentators, Andy Wu and Kitten Petter, and all their friends as they tame the no assists tier of our COS league.
You won't see too much of me.
You might shock some people,
In
Kim.
and out in 5 minutes.
You might shock some people, Kim. Cam, if I lasted 12 laps around Coda before getting lapped, I'm pretty sure you could survive.
I know I could survive, sorta, but I'm always
Survive is a
pushing
strong
really hard.
I say that because I made one dumb mistake at Coda at the end of Season 10. Or Season 9, rather. And, yeah.
Just hard because once I spin once, it snowballs really hard. And like even if my tire temps aren't that high, it just keeps happening.
Grew with a 107.6. That's fastest lap. Maybe Jaywalker did that with the hards for a reason. I'm wondering if he's testing to see how fast he truly is.
That'd be your time to try that.
Yeah. As we got a spinner, we got Raptors around turn 8 here. Turn 7, turn 8. Arcaka getting a penalty for 3 seconds for track limits, I would presume. Probably out of turn 1 or turn 2. Right. Yeah, definitely turn 1. Raptors coming in. I don't know if he's going to sit and... he might just be retiring in the pits as well.
Captain America come in as well.
Oh, no, he's pitting onto another set of mediums. Oh, no, there he goes. He retired into the pits. So, there goes Raptors. There's our front row and a half set for next race. I hope you guys are, or somebody's paying attention to this, because we gotta give BK the lineup for the reverse grid race.
Here, I got it at the end.
Alright, sounds good, thank you. Yeah, I'm not prepared tonight. I tried going through the comms account. We had technical difficulties with that. Then an update from Codemasters said that it fixed a problem with inviting people in lobby. Well, for yours truly, it didn't fix a darn thing. And here I am, three lobby hosts later. We finally got one, so hopefully he can stay with us for all the entire season. We won't have any issues. As we sit 3 laps to go here, 2.5 now. Whitjay did close the gap a little bit. He is under 5 seconds, but BK...
Sean Boy's going to be making a move on to Jaywalker.
Jaywalker, there it is. There it is. Speaking of which...
Not fast enough.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Jaywalker's trying to stay with it. He's trying to stay in it. So, I mean, kudos to him. But those softs are just flying off right now. BK and Captain America are in the best case scenario. They're only 1 lap old. Softs here. And we're going to go to the line here. Let's see what BK's time is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be fastest lap. Yep. With a 106.4. I don't think anybody's going to touch that tonight.
Man, that would have been top 10 in qualifying. It's flying.
Captain America, the 3-second time penalty. So there goes his fastest lap attempt. Pretty much aborted at that. As we get down to the last lap and a half here at Austria. Until we see this track again for the regular season. Oh wait, no, we don't see this track again, do we? You said the schedule before and I completely already forgot about it. I have the attention span of a rodent tonight. Way to go, Deathstorm. Way to go.
Face-off penalties, the only thing that's going to change in terms of, like, if the grid stays the same way it is now, the only thing that's going to change is Severe Scott and Ike.
Everybody else has a little bit of a field spread at this point.
Which may not even have to go down to penalties.
Jeez.
Looks like Scott's going to have the run down into the corner.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he... Oh! Like, I pre-alluded to this. I pre-alluded to this earlier. This midfield fight in AM3 is going to be... It's going to be hard. It's going to be pretty ruthless. And if they're already going to be fighting like this just in a preseason race, I can just imagine what they're going to do when it all counts next week when we start at Bahrain. I tell you what though, I just started. Oh, Black Hammer, why'd you leave? Oh, Cam, get a leash on your friend and get him back here.
Alright, let's see.
Man, control your mans.
Oh, he just told you. But no, I just started my other league on Sunday nights. We do F1, F2 back to back. And as the BK crosses the line here at Austria, he wins the first preseason race of season 11. Woodjay comes across P2, Seanboy P3, Jay Walker P4. Then we're going to be waiting a little bit for Gru in P5. With this being said, honestly, Captain America P6. Scott's going to be rounding P7. Like Junior is going to be P8. Arkaka is going to be P9. With the top 4 as far away as they were from everybody, you got to factor in Red Mask. You got to factor in Lightning McFrown. That's definitely going to be your top 3 constructors. That's probably going to be your top 6. Because I know Lightning McFrown will be up close to the front of the pack, and like I said before, Red Mask is my preseason AM3 favorite. So I don't see, as of right now, anybody touching those 6 drivers, those 3 constructors. Alright, as we go through, we're going to go through the final results here at Austria one more time once my screen loads up here. I have the black spinny pinwheel of death. As a Haas is on the top step of the podium. Gee, that's just a rare sight to see. Once again, BK running away with the preseason race 1. With JP2, Seanboy P3, Jay Walker P4, Gru P5, Captain America P6, Severe Scott P7, Ike Jr. P8, Arkaka P9, Raptors P10, Black Hammer P11, and Carson Chong P12. We'll get it all started again once we get the field split around.
Let me take a picture of that. So
yeah, I was just gonna say, please do so before getting through to the Discord here, BK.
Yeah, I'll just send it in the Discord so you have it, so I don't have to just tell you it.
I'm still working on trying to get Hammer back in. He's on the Discord app, but has not responded to what I said.
Man, my camera is just awful, I swear. Damn screens.
I mean, I can actually still see it.
I wonder if he even knew about the reverse grid.
It's just an incident.
Thank you, Warren, by the way. I just saw that you dropped that in the AM community chat.
Just an incident.
Okay, so, Spain. 17 laps here at Spain. Oh, we got Hammer is coming? Okay.
Oh shoot, I need to pick a spectator. It has me in the Merc.
Yeah!
Get Scott in his actual car.
Yeah, we gotta get Scott in his car for sure.
Here, I'll get it. He's Williams, right?
Yeah.
It's like we put me in there. I could be the literal on-track reporter. Or I'll be the...
Yeah, as we go down into turn 1, how's the braking zone feel?
Wet.
It's like,
Wet.
it's kind of chaotic. There's a lot of cars everywhere. I see a
Oh.
front wing.
Oh, by the way, speaking of wet, how is Zolder in ACC?
Oh, it's freaking awful.
That was a blast.
That was awful. Don't listen to it.
No, he had a rough time. I had a blast.
I would have enjoyed commentating about one very unfortunate fact about Zolder. Is Zolder on the calendar?
Mm-hmm.
I will keep it to myself.
There's only so many tracks in the game, so you kind of have to.
I didn't know what was what yet. I mean, I know Brands Hatch is on Thursday.
Yeah, all the base game tracks are going to be in the...
Okay. Alright, so no matter what happens.
But what was it? What was I going to say? Yeah, I ended up qualifying ahead of Abel by 0.2. That was pretty good. Happy about that.
How do you change...
Wet weather might not be his strong suit.
I think BK has to go in and do it.
No, he could select team and driver on his own and just highlight
Oh
the...
no, not team driver. I thought you were talking about lineups.
Oh, you'll have Andy and Kitten also racing on Thursday.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got sent in Black Hammer an invite.
They're just never separated.
It doesn't let me.
Carson Raptors, Arcaca, iGaming, Severe Scott. That is actually yep, that is correct. Carson Raptors, Arcaca, Ike, Severe Scott, Captain, Guru, Jay Walker, Sean Boy, with Jay.
We'll give Hammer just a second. I'm trying to troubleshoot this.
Request to join.
Scott's still in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Williams. I'm just going to let it slide for this week, but I will have a talk with him. He is supposed to be in the Williams.
Man, Scott, you better switch it to corner.
Yeah, I'm just gonna message him on PlayStation. Williams, right?
Yeah, Severe Scott's supposed to be in the Williams.
Click R1, go to freaking Latifi. Click Nicholas Latoifi. Maybe he just doesn't want to be in Latifi's spot.
Okay, why can't I add him or message him? It's kind of weird. Okay, there we go. Alright, message him. See if he does in a second.
I had to deal with George Russell's car for a season.
Told him to pick Williams, so hopefully he sees that message pop up on his screen.
I already told him to switch to Williams.
Okay. Black Hammer's in. If he doesn't change, he doesn't change. To those who are watching, ready up.
It's just Scott's typing now.
AM3 radio.
I gave... That was actually a quicker turnover than... That was a pretty quick turnover. Hopefully tomorrow will be just as smooth.
Okay, I remember now. English is hard. It's okay, Scott.
I know I get to start on pole for one of the races.
We'll let the viewers imply which one that is.
Wow. Selling my man short over here, dang.
I am gonna be on pole. What do you mean?
He could be on pole for both. He could just wreck it in turn 1.
Yeah, true.
That's no fun.
Oh, I forgot there was no qualifying. I was about ready to start commentating qualifying.
And they're off.
And they're off on a very slow charge down into turn 1, reminiscent of the 1996
and Carson's
rain
in the
soak.
first corner of the lead, and Black Hammer's behind him, and then the rest of the cars are waving.
We're just missing the mariachi band, even though that's Mexico. But
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's Mexico.
I mean, it's something. What the heck did I just hear?
Cam, control yourself.
Are we sure it was Cam?
Well, obviously it wasn't me. I'm playing Scrabble.
It was an ad for a YouTube video.
You're playing Scrabble like an old person?
Yeah, it's like an old person, so okay.
Yes!
Alright.
Oh, so beautiful. Excuse me, as BK here.
Carson's been...
I'm watching the hammer off start.
Jay.
I got somebody, if it doesn't allow me, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. I got a very bad camera angle off of Carson here, and away we go as Sean Boy jumps it.
Job.
Oh, Sean Boy jumps the start. Unfortunately, he's already in the back of the pack, so that drive-through is actually going to be very, very detrimental to him. Carson got completely swallowed up off the start. Holy crap. Oh my god, chaos in turn 1. His teammate.
Down to the live action cam, how's it going?
Oh my gosh. Our Kaka off in turn 1, so the Alpines, who didn't have a good start.
DK, oh my gosh, he's already at the 5th. He wasted no time.
Oh my gosh. How am I not surprised at BK?
Because BK's just that guy.
Oh, excuse me. Good grief, this cough is killing me.
I kind of want to see that start later on.
I was on board with Karsten.
Oh, no.
I was on board with Karsten, to be honest with you. So, BK, if you're paying attention, I don't have that up for timing wise. I'm actually on board with your boy Black Hammer.
I gotcha.
Up 7 is Jaywalker and BK. Down 7 is Karsten. Down 8 is Arkaka.
Someone lost a front wing.
Captain America getting to each other.
Black Hammer, the 125-2.
Somebody going through the chicane lost a wing. I think
Sean Boy.
Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America's missing an end plate.
Sean Boyd serving his drive-through. And, oh, Black Hammer loses it at turn 3.
No.
Man.
Oh, that
as well as Ike, he lost it out of turn 3 as well. Very, very weird place to lose that car. I don't recall ever losing it around that corner, to be fully honest. I don't know about you two, but
I have before.
No, I have not.
My usual corner's turn 2. That's my Achilles heel. Black Hammer, that's unfortunate for him. He was setting up. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
as I was talking about him, second time commentator's curse of the evening and of the season. My goodness. Luckily, he was just lucky enough to keep that in the gravel and stay on track. He's going to want to take it easy, at least through the straightaway, to try to get through Sector 3 here.
Ooh, Raptors is going.
Raptors going for a ride. BK is all the way up to second already. Holy crap.
All of the top 3 are up at least 8 places. Jaywalker and Witch up 8, and BK's up 10.
If I were Black Hammer, I'd probably get off those softs now, just because his rears are so hot. I'm looking at his dashboard right now.
Yeah, they gotta be. There's no question about that.
They're like 220.
And he's gonna stay out. Oh my goodness. I don't know how well that's gonna treat him.
They're going down a little bit, but yeah, it's slow going.
Going through the field here. His battle for 6, 7, and 8 is actually getting interesting. BK's
also in turn 3. Everybody's spinning in turn 3.
What is going on in turn 3 tonight?
There's a gust of wind.
Oh man, if turn 3 is going to be a problem, then AM2 is going to be in trouble. Because, yeah, one person goes around, it's going to collect pretty much the entire field.
Oh, just like last preseason?
Don't remind me.
She didn't finish 11 yet.
Just stop. just stop.
That was before the P11 era.
That was before.
Oh, BK making a great move on there on the outside of Gru with the hairpin. A new revised hairpin.
Nice move. BK
oh,
back
and there
over
goes Carson Chong on the... Wow. I don't even know what turn this is, but...
Going into the newly revised third sector, personally, I wish they just never did with that chicane. They should have just kept it the way it was. It had a complete flat out part of the track like they do at Portugal. So right now your top 4, or your top 3 rather, I'll go with Jaywalker, who is 9 seconds clear of Captain America in P2, Witch is in P3. Scott with a decent showing here. He's just staying out of the way, staying quiet. Like I said, he's got pace. As long as he could stay out of trouble, he could find himself up in decent results. He's sitting P4 right now. BK is charging back up the field again. He's got it to do. It's what, 13, 14 seconds from him all the way to Jaywalker. So that's going to be a to do in 14 laps. Gru's P6, Sean Boy's P7. Karsten Chong, Raptors, and Black Hammer are literally separated by a blanket over here from 8th, 9th, and 10th respectively. That seems to be the go-to battle on track right now. I'm on board with Black Hammer as he's going he's going to try to make the move on the outside of Karsten Chong, and he makes it stick. What a move. What a power move by the Alfa Romeo. He's setting up a move on Raptors. I don't know if he's going to have it going into the hairpin. He does not. But Raptors does run wide, so it's going to give Black Hammer the opportunity to overtake him going into turn 1. If not force a mistake sooner, but turn 1 is going to be the likely place for the overtake. Yeah, he's not going to be able to combat that. There's no way.
Oh my gosh, he is zooming away on the... What is going on with Raptor's car?
What? Oh, he must be on low downforce then, because I don't know how he just pulled away from that. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, Hammer did not use any of his ERS right there.
Not only that, he's just cruising right through. So that just tells you, Raptors. Wow. that just tells you, though, Raptors is definitely straight line speed oriented as Severe Scott gets our first penalty here, Barcelona. If it was a 50% race, quite honestly, he wouldn't be the only one. I'd see probably about 8 or 9 of us, 8 or 9 of these drivers in a 50% race getting penalties here, because it's very easy to do. I'll go away from that battle for a moment. We have Jay Walker, still 9.5 seconds clear. BK is closing the gap to Captain America.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I wasn't sure if you had more to add to that.
Carson's diving to the pits. He's going to be our first person, if I'm not mistaken, to dive into the pits. I don't look at tires. And he's speeding me. Pit look.
That might be a retire in the pit lane. That might be his night over here in AM3's preseason. Hopefully not. Maybe we could get a safety car and bring everybody back into play like we did in AM2.
Turn 3 again.
Oh my god, turn 3. Wow.
Man, am I going to have to be careful around here? Like, I didn't think it would have to be.
BK going around the newly remodeled hairpin at the end of Sector 2. He got back up into the podium position, so he's now back into third. The gap is 13.5 seconds from him to Jay Walker. With 11 laps to go, I mean, it's doable, but Jay Walker is going to be on the mediums as compared to BK. He's probably going to go onto the softs.
But we're going to have to remember the Black Hammer that is running no assist, so it's also... that could also explain why maybe he's having issues and maybe not others.
Yeah, but he's not the only one.
I mean, yeah, but I mean maybe Ike or whoever that was that got spun out early or spun early. Maybe they got made contact or something. It's possible. I didn't see how it happened, but
yeah, no. BK lost it on his own as well.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, he lost it from the lead. That's what I said. I'm wondering, it might be because it's a clear track, the tire temps might be just too hot. I mean, this track is notorious for tire deg, so it very well could be possible. As we got a car around, it is Ike Jr., speaking of which. He retired on track. Hopefully next week he does not do that. Because if you do that... Yeah, I will let him know to read that portion of the rule book. But if you retire on the track like that, that's 2 penalty points automatic and automatic QB. So should be mindful of that one. Hopefully that does not bring a safety car. It looks like it. Nope. It looks like it was cleared out and we're back good. Okay, so I might have actually had the timing glitch because there is no... Oh, wait, never mind. Captain America was the leader, right? Oh, no, it was Jay Walker. Jay Walker was the leader. I'm sorry. I was like, why? How's BKP 2? So Jay Walker did pit. He's got Gru for company, though, for traffic, so he's not technically in clean air. This actually bodes well for that 13-second gap that BK has. BK's been in clean air. He's only 3.8 seconds away from Witche 3.6 now. As Witche bends it out of turn, I don't even know, I think that's like turn 14 or something. So BK assumes the lead. And effectively is P2 on track after the pit stop cycles through. Let's see how long he can go on those mediums, though. That's going to be a very interesting call. I think he's probably going to try to go 11 or 12 and then go softs the rest of the way. Witche getting off those mediums now after 8 laps. Are you guys with me still?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I'm by myself. I'm like, this isn't Thursday.
So things are just kind of, settled down quite a bit for the most part. Not too sure exactly where to go with. Oh, Severe Scott. Actually, I found a battle with
Yeah,
Severe Scott.
I was about ready to say I found that. I just found that too. But no, I was thinking I was at Thursday, where I got to try to fill in an hour by myself. Good grief.
Yeah, how's that been?
Not bad. When you know certain facts about tracks and certain things, you have ways to fill in an hour, 90 minutes.
Yeah, saying if you ever want to find another person, you're more than welcome to, like, if you want to try to recruit Case or something, maybe Case join you. If he feels like it.
I'll give somebody a shout if I feel like that.
Yeah.
I also have a volunteer that says if he's gonna bow out of a race early,
Oh yeah.
Warren.
I know you're talking about.
I have proof of it on stream. Just saying. If he wants to battle. Brotherly love from over here, man. Brotherly love. Scott with J. Yeah, he fell out. He fell away. With J, those softs are now starting to bang off. They're starting to fire off, rather. Wrong choice of words. My apologies. The gap that I'm curious to see is going to be BK J Walker. The gap from J Walker to BK is now, what, 9.8, 9.9 seconds? So when BK does pit, obviously J Walker is going to assume the lead, but what's the gap going to be? That's going to be the big question mark. He stays out another lap, so lap 11. Current gap is 8.5 seconds to Captain America, who quietly, just like his makeshift teammate Severe Scott up until the spin, had a pretty quiet Spain portion of this preseason testing, and sitting up there in a decent spot for a top 5. After everything shakes out and after everything is said and done, Jay Walker going up the inside of him, going into 4 here at the end of Sector 1, beginning of Sector 2. Jay Walker does make the move stick, and now he goes back into P2. He's definitely going to reassume the lead, no questions now. 8.5 seconds behind BK. Now the big question is going to be, when is BK going to pit? Is it this lap? Is it next lap? I don't see it going any further, or much further than lap 12. If he stretches it like to 13 or 14, I think that's going to be suicide, and he's not going to have enough time to get back. So personally, yep, this is going to be the lap. BK is coming in now. It's going to give him 6 laps to try to track down Jay Walker on those softs. So now we're going to see what the gap's going to be. He just passes him, so Jay Walker reassumes the lead here at Barcelona, Catalonia. Softs, as I expected, going on the Haas of BK. BK is out in clean air, as every car behind him has pit. He gained 2 seconds. 12.2, 12.3. It's going to climb up a little bit because he's got to get those things fired off. But he gained a little bit of time with Jay Walker being stuck behind Gru and battling that he did. So the quicker he could get those softs fired off, he's got 5.5 laps to cut down 13 seconds. I mean, it's doable, but that's a tough task even for BK. Elsewhere in the field, it's kind of regulated out. The battle on track currently is for P6 between Captain America and Sean Boy. Sean Boy is on those softs. and Captain America made a strat error and hired Lawrence Stroll as his engineer instead of his car owner, and put on the hards. Sean Boy is literally just sitting behind him as Carson retires, I believe, at the end of the pit lane. At least that's what it looks like to me. And Black Hammer does the same. He retires in the pit lane. So, like Ike Jr., Black Hammer, and Carson, their night is over. Hopefully we'll see you three back next week in Bahrain, and hopefully you guys have some better luck. But Sean Boy, Bruce on Scott, Sean Boy on Captain America, as Captain America goes into the back of Sean Boy, punts him up the track a little bit into 3. We could attribute that to probably those hard tires. Sean Boy may have diffuser damage now because of that, which is very unfortunate because Captain America did kind of get into the back of that Haas there. You got to be mindful of that when you're racing a car that has 2 compounds faster tire, as Raptors retires, and I believe that was also into the pit lane as well. So they're starting to drop like flies a little bit here. With 3.5 to go. BK with a 120.0. Holy moly. Like I said, he has cut the lead down to under 11.
Really did not get a good exit out of that final chicane.
Nope. Severe Scott sitting in B4. He's having a quietly decent day. At least this leg of the preseason. So, good showing on his debut here. Hopefully, he could maintain that throughout momentum through round 1 and the rest of the season here. Very early days, of course, but if you have a positive preseason, it all points to positive signs here. But BK is just he's just setting time trial laps now. He's just not gonna have enough time. Jay Walker got out quickly, and BK does almost spins it going into the last chicane, ending any and all hopes of a potential possible comeback into P1. But to be honest with you, P12, P2, the Haas showing his pace for sure, his patience for another, and his ability to avoid all the hoopla and chaos. So if he puts those together, honestly, I may need to rethink my season favorite here in AM3.
Yeah, probably.
As we got yellow going around, it is Arcaka going into turn 4 now. He's going to have Witche for company very, very soon. He's going to have to give way to the faster car.
I'd say if Black Hammer keeps up a pace like the end of last season looked like, it's probably just going to be between Jaywalker and BK.
I don't know. I gotta see how those two are gonna match up against Red Mask before I can make a completely official.
Yeah, that's true. We do have some guys that aren't even here today, so there's that.
Like I said, going off of what pace last year and going off of certain things last year, that's why I chose Red Mask. Although I do see BK as a top 3 favorite, I do see Jaywalker as a top 3 favorite. My top 3 constructors have already also been said, so we got 2 laps here now remaining here at Barcelona. Jaywalker now 13.4 second lead, so he's going to be driving like an old grandpa on his way home from Sunday morning mass here. screaming at the young folk, going, "Get out of my way! Get out of my way!" That kind of sounded like an old guy. I can't believe I just did that. Warren, what are you thinking? You've been auspiciously quiet. If you are still here with us. Good talk, champ. Good talk. Unfortunately, I think we lost our a third of our commentary booth. That's alright, though. It's preseason. It's AM3. We're all known for chaos and hootenanny and shenanigans here, so.
You know, something I'm seeing else right now, not related to the race, Cowboys kickers missed 4 extra points.
Ha! Ha ha!
I mean, they're up 24-0, but...
They're up 24-0 and their kickers missed 4 extra points?
Yeah.
What? What? Have they gone for 2?
No, the dude has straight up missed 4 extra point field goals.
Well, that makes no sense. That would, I mean, oh yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
7 times 4, 28 minus the 4 points he
yeah,
missed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm doing the math quick in my head, and I'm not sure why I'm not putting it together.
Math.
Shut up, Cam. As Jay Walker rounding out the chicane for the final time here tonight, and for the final time in preseason testing. Before we begin next week, he wins the second leg of preseason here at the Barcelona, Catalonia. BK is going to be coming around any moment now. A second to podium challenge is always, or last to podium challenge is always good. He would have sure loved to have been able to fight for that win, but that spin early on kind of cost him. With Jay coming around now, he's going to finish out the last podium spot here at Barcelona. P4 grew. He's coming around the final corner. He's going to finish P4. Scott's going to finish P5 for Aston Martin. P6 on track after penalties. Sean Boy gets promoted up to P5. Still decent running from the Aston Martin there on his debut. It'll be interesting to see how he carries that momentum into next week in the car that he's supposed to be in, which is Williams. So we'll see how that goes. And this might be a familiar sight, or a very, very familiar sight all season. We're going to have another top step at the podium with Merck. This time with Jay Walker. Lightning McFrown might surprise us and win a race or two this season too, and the other Merck. So,
right.
With that, final results for the Spanish Grand Prix are Jay Walker P1, BK P2, with Jay P3, Gru P4, Sean Boy P5, Severe Scott P6, Captain America P7, Arkaka P8, Raptors P9, Carson Chung P10, Black Hammer P11, and Ike Jr. rounding out the field in P12. With that being said, that's AM3 preseason in the books. Honestly, very, very eventful from my end, and I'm excited to see what the season brings. I don't know about you, Cam, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see, especially once we get rest of the guys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we have 3 spots open, so still a healthy 17-car grid. I'm more than ecstatic for it. For our missing partner who died in a house fire, E. Warren, and Cam Tizzle. Oh, he's back now.
I was on the phone.
Oh, geez, phone calls. But for E. Warren and Cam Tizzle, this is Deathstorm. We will see you next week in AM3's Round 1. Tune in tomorrow night for AM2 preseason featuring your Red Bull boys. And then Wednesday for Cam Tizzle in AM1. Until then, we will see you on Thursday night for AACC as well. That round 1 will be at Brands Hatch. I will be on comms as the other 2 gentlemen with me will be driving as well.
I don't know if I can classify as that driving. More like dying for about an hour and a half.
But
Hammer just said maybe you should turn on the assist again.
with that